Hi, friends. This is Gurmeet, and today we're going to talk about a very hot button topic. But in order to talk about it, I'm going to introduce a friend of mine who I have known over the last 4 years virtually, only on social media. We met on social media and we have become good friends. That's the power of social media. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Nimisha Mehta. Hi, Nimisha.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me on today.
Of course, it's my pleasure. Thank you for making the time. And I love that you still have your Christmas tree up. I love the
Yes,
Christmas tree behind you. It's
it's gonna
beautiful.
be it's gonna be up for a bit now.
Why not? That's what I wanted. Why
Exactly.
not? Today, we're going to talk about social media and the very famous topic of TikTok ban. But first, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'd love to. Thank you again for having me on here, and I'm honored and grateful to have this opportunity. My name is Nimisha, last name is Mehta, and I am a coach. I help women figure out their own power and their own power in terms of what to do with it. A lot of us have the knowledge that we have a lot of power, whether it's the way we dress or the way we speak. We just don't know how to utilize it. So I help women a lot of times tap into that power and then help them utilize it in their journey with whatever it is. It's entrepreneurship you want to do or anything else, even dating. Sometimes people are just like, yeah,
Mhm.
I know I have the power. I just don't know how to use it or what to do with it. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go through it.
That is such an interesting thing. Like, we have the power, but we don't know what to do with it. So, we met over Instagram and we both were doing things and creating stuff to grow on Instagram. Suddenly, I stopped seeing your stuff on Instagram. So, that's when we connected. And I was like, hey, what happened? So, what did happen? Why don't you share with everybody?
Yes, Instagram was great. I had a lot of fun on Instagram, to tell you the truth. I actually really enjoy content creation, as do you. And that's something we have in common. I
Me
really
too.
enjoyed content creation. Really, it was fun for me. But the
Hmm.
problem was with it, well, the problem with Instagram itself, like the platform, was that my stuff just wasn't getting out there. So I knew that it was good. I wasn't questioning the fact that my content was good. I was questioning why it wasn't reaching further than
Hmm.
my followers, which when you begin on Instagram is not that many people. So I was repeatedly creating content and not reaching very far. And I just got fed up. I really did. It demoralizes and it's also just because, after a while, the friends and family that are following you, um, they also kind of stop because, the novelty, everyone supports you
Yeah.
in the first few months. And then they just like, okay, well, this is what she does. So the novelty wears off.
Mm,
And so they
that's
also
very
kind of
true.
aren't, you know what I mean? So they're not
Yeah.
also engaging with
Yeah.
your stuff. So you're like, well, the point is for me to reach my audience, the ones who actually are looking for this service because it is a
Hmm.
service, it's not a
Hmm.
personal account. I just got fed up. I really did.
Mm.
The reach,
You and me both. It just got to a point where it was like, okay, why am I putting in so much effort? And why is it not reaching people? Like, what have I not done? Or
yeah.
what have I done that might be wrong? So with that, then we had some more discussions, and then you switched to TikTok. Let's
Yes.
go through that journey. Yeah.
On to TikTok, there are two things that happened, right? First thing was that I gave it a chance, which is great, right? I gave it a little bit of time. The second thing that I did is that this was outside of my niche, is that a lot of people were really liking my spiritual stories. Like I tell stories from Hinduism, and that's something that I grew up with. My grandparents told me these stories, so I already had
Mm.
this knowledge. I didn't have to seek it outside of me. And I was just putting them up on my personal page on Instagram just for fun, on like certain occasions and things. People really enjoyed them. So I thought, you know what, I'm
Mm.
going to create a separate page for this on TikTok because people seem to really enjoy them and I really enjoy telling them. Little did I just imagine that this page would blow up. So
For
not my
real.
coaching page, but my spiritual stories page blew up. Last year, solar eclipse, I was bored at home. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go on TikTok and tell people how the solar eclipse has a story in Hinduism. There's an actual
Hmm.
story behind a solar eclipse and why it happens. It was
Hmm.
like 7 minutes, I think. And I posted it. And it was a story about gods and demons and they're like fighting and things like that, right? So it was a full-on like narration of this story. I went
You went
viral.
viral.
That was the first story I posted, and it went
Oh my
viral.
God.
It got 30,000 views.
Were you like dancing around in your house,
No,
like
I
shouting?
was shocked. I was like,
I would totally do that.
I was in shock. I was like, what's happening? Are they? I thought it was like a joke, right? Okay, first video, let's make it go viral. So I'm like, okay, I'm not getting attached to this yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, when you come from Instagram, it's Instagram teaches you very bitter lessons, I have to say, you know? I know you understand what I mean. Like it
I know.
lets your first video go viral and then the rest are all flops.
It's like that very strict teacher in your school.
Yes.
We totally have to talk about that another
It's
time. But,
so sad that
right.
that mentality affected me here too. So I couldn't get happy. Can you imagine? I didn't
Oh
celebrate.
my
I
God.
was just like,
That
okay.
is so sad.
It is
That
so
is so
sad.
sad.
No,
Did you like continue on that path of
no,
storytelling?
no, I did not.
God.
Because I thought it was random and viral for no reason. So I didn't, right? So I a couple of more dancing thingies and they didn't go viral. So I'm like, see, I knew it. A couple of my friends, you included, actually said, look, you have a viral video. Why don't you post more stories? And I said, okay, fine. Then I started posting stories and immediately they started doing well.
I
The
remember begging you, like, please do more of these.
They immediately started doing well. But I think the best ones that I created that till date are my favorite as well, personally, are the ones that I posted around Diwali. On Diwali, like
Mm.
the 2 days between Diwali and Lakshmi Puja, I posted two videos that went crazy viral. 300,000 views.
How many users did you have before that?
10.
Followers.
10.
What are you thinking for your next steps?
I am 400 people away from getting monetized.
So just in case it get banned, what
Hmm.
is your plan?
Well, you talked about monetization. I'm 400 people away, followers away from monetization. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So that
Yeah.
hurts. You know?
Yeah.
That really like because
That
I
hurts.
know that people really loved these stories and I wanted to give it to them. And
Yeah.
this was such a great platform for me. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. So that's where I am right now with TikTok, and I'm just so
Uh,
sad.
this is
So
such a heartbreaking story.
it
And
is, it breaks
it
my
is,
heart. I'm sure there are many
yeah.
stories of like people
And there are
almost coming too.
many.
And
Let's
it's
see what's
love.
going to happen. I hope we're all manifesting these good things out there. And I know today was the day that the Supreme Court has upheld the decision to ban TikTok, but President Biden has said he is not going to enforce it and hand it over to the next administration. So we can only wait and watch.
Yeah.
My true felt heart feeling is even if it goes away for a little bit, it will come back. And I
The
really,
question
really hope
is,
it does.
The question is, if it comes back, do we get our accounts back?
I'm sure we should. I'm sure. Because
That's
I
the
don't
biggest
think
question.
TikTok has, okay, let me tell you this. TikTok has still not deleted the users that it had from India. I can
Oh,
still go and access the users and their content from people who live in India. So
hmm.
I know that TikTok doesn't get rid of that data. It just goes dark. Can we find you on other platforms?
Yeah, I shifted to YouTube and then post new stuff on there. Again, I can't go to Instagram anymore because it doesn't allow more than 3 minutes of a story. And my
Oh
stories
my
go up
God.
to like 4, 5, sometimes 6 minutes. So yeah, Instagram, although, I just feel like I don't want to go to Instagram.
I know, right? I have the same feeling. Anyways, thank you so much for your time, Nimisha. All the best
Thank
to you
you.
and all the best for all of us.
Thank
We really
you.
wanna hear your tales. They're so fun. And if you guys haven't heard any of these stories, please do because they are in English, so everybody can understand it. The kids can understand it too. So if you want your kids to learn something about the Hindu religion and spirituality, then definitely follow Nimisha on YouTube,
Tales with Nimisha.
Tales with Nimisha. Sounds good. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time. And
you.
let's let when TikTok comes back, we're gonna put this live on TikTok.
Yes. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. Bye bye.